So the Europa League returns this week and Arsenal travel here to Rome to face Benfica in the round of 32. This is the Benfica versus Arsenal match review. Hello, my name is Richard. Welcome back to my channel over and over and over again, the Positive Arsenal channel. In this video, I'm going to look ahead to this midweek's Europa League tie against Benfica being played here in the Olympic Stadium in Rome. I'm going to look at the history of each of their manager, look at their current form, and also go over predicted lineup and predicted score. But before I get into all that, I want to make sure that you are subscribing to my channel. So if you're new here and you like what I do, or if you've been before and you haven't got around to doing it yet, please subscribe to the channel by clicking on the button in the corner there. Please give this video a like as well. Share the content around. If you've got any comments at all to make about this game in the Europa League or anything at all to do with Arsenal, please drop them in the comments box below, as I do love to hear from you guys as well. So Benfica were formed in 1904. It took them until 1936 to win their first league title, but they have become the most successful club side in the Portuguese league. They've won 37 league titles, which is a record. They've won 26 domestic cups, which is also a record. They've won 7 league cups, which is also a record. And they have also won 2 European cups as well on consecutive years in 1961 and 1962. They've actually gone through 2 complete seasons unbeaten in 1972 to 1973, where they won the league, and then in 1977 to 1978, where incredibly they didn't win the league. They actually finished second to Porto on goal difference. Their most famous player is probably Eusebio, of course, who was the top goal scorer at the 1966 World Cup in England. Current manager is Jorge Jesus. It's his second spell at the club as well. He was initially in charge from 2009 to 2015, during which time he won 3 league titles, 1 cup and 5 league cups. He was also twice finalist in the Europa League in 2013 and 2014, although they did lose both of those finals. He also became the only manager to win the domestic treble in Portugal, which was in 2014. He's returned to the club back in August 2020 after spells in Saudi Arabia and also in Brazil. So Benfica have actually only lost 3 of their last 20 matches in all competitions, but they've only won 1 of their last 6 in the league. They're tending to draw a lot of games, not scoring enough goals. They are currently 4th in the Portuguese league. They're 10 points behind leaders Sporting Lisbon, but they are through to the semi-final of their domestic cup competition. They did get knocked out of the Champions League in the qualifying stage. That was to PAOK back in September in a one-off qualifying round, and they did finish second in their Europa League group. That was behind Rangers. They did draw 3-3 with Rangers, of course, in the Stadium of Light earlier in the competition. In terms of past meetings, and this will only be the 3rd time that we would have faced Benfica in competitive football. The previous 2 occasions were in the 1991-1992 season in the Champions League, although it was actually the European Cup still at that stage. We drew 1-1 in the Stadium of Light in the first leg. An equaliser from Kevin Campbell gave us that point, but in the second leg at Highbury, we did lose 3-1 after extra time. Colin Pates actually gave us the lead. It was his only goal for the club, but it was 2 goals from Isaias and 1 from Kolkov in extra time that saw Benfica through. So that's the only other time that we've played against them in European competition, although We have actually met Portuguese opposition 16 times in Europe in history. We've won 7, there's been 5 draws, and we've also lost 4. We only actually won 1 away game in Portugal. That was back in 2018 in the Europa League, where a goal from Danny Welbeck saw us win 1-0 in Sporting Lisbon. Of course, this game isn't going to be in Portugal, is it? But technically it's still the away leg, so I guess it will count. In terms of playing here in the Olympic Stadium in Rome, we've played here previously 4 times in the history. Thierry Henry, of course, did score a hat-trick here against Roma in the Champions League back in 2003. We also won a penalty shootout here 7-6 following a 1-0 defeat. That was also against Roma. That was in 2009. Of course, we won the first leg 1-0 at the Emirates. Prior to that, we'd played Lazio here as well. In 1970, actually, in the Fairs Cup, we were the defending champions in that competition. We drew 2-2 here. That was a famous game where in the bar after the match, players from both sides were involved in a fight outside in the street. 2 goals from John Radford brought us that 2-2 draw on that occasion. And then in 2000 in the Champions League, we drew 1-1 here with Lazio. It was actually a very late equaliser for Robert Pires on that occasion, which was his first goal for the club. So in terms of potential lineup, and I believe Arsenal really have to go strong in this game. We have to play our strongest available 11. So I don't think there's going to be too many changes to the side that beat Leeds so impressively at the weekend. So I think Bernd Leno is going to start in goal. I think we'll go with a back 4, and I think it'll be the same back 4 that played in that game. So it'll be Hector Bellerin at right back. Of course, he scored against Leeds, played okay. I think it'll be David Luiz and Gabriel as the 2 centre backs. And I think Cedric will be continuing at left back. I'm just not sure that Kieran Tierney is going to be ready. Of course, if he's fit, he'll play, but I'm not expecting that he will be. So I think Cedric will continue at left back. Obviously, Thomas Partey is definitely out in midfield, so I think it's going to be Ceballos and Xhaka again. They played well, didn't they, against Leeds? There's no reason to change that at all. And I do think that Martin Odegaard will start just in front as well, as he did against Leeds. And I think that the 2 wide players at Smith Rowe or Pepe is the option, isn't it? I suppose on the left-hand side, Pepe maybe deserves to have another opportunity in the team. Maybe Smith Rowe could do with a rest perhaps. And on the right-hand side, I think it's nailed on that Bukayo Saka, of course, is going to start there. Been our best player, hasn't he, this season? And I think Aubameyang is going to start through the middle following his hat-trick at the weekend. So I'm not expecting too many changes. I say maybe if Tierney's fit, he'll come in at left back, and possibly Pepe in place of Smith Rowe on the left. Not that Smith Rowe done anything wrong. I just feel maybe he needs a rest. And Odegaard can, of course, take on that creative responsibility in midfield. So yeah, I'm not expecting too many changes from the side that played on Saturday. So that's the lineup I'm expecting. In terms of a score prediction, then, I mean, we don't actually necessarily need to win this game, do we? We just need to make sure that we don't lose or don't lose by too many goals. And obviously, because this isn't technically the away leg, it's important that we can try to get an away goal or 2 to set us up nicely for the home leg, which is also away. Very strange times that we're in. I don't know too much about Benfica, if I'm honest. Looking at their current form, they're not scoring many goals. They're not conceding many goals either. They draw a lot of games. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if this game finishes in a draw as well. Obviously, unfamiliar surroundings for both teams. There's no home advantage. So I'm going to go with a draw. I think it's going to finish Benfica 1, Arsenal 1. And that would set us up nicely, wouldn't it, for the second leg? So it's a massive game for Arsenal, isn't it? This competition now has become really important. It's the only thing left that we can win. And of course, it could be our only route back into Europe because the league isn't looking too healthy at the moment, is it? Although there is still a long way to go. So we do need to give everything that we can to get through this round and move on to the last 16. And then hopefully we can go a lot further in this competition. It's going to be a tough game. Always are this stage of knockout competitions in Europe. And of course, don't forget last year, of course, this was a round we got knocked out against Olympiacos. I think Benfica are a better side than Olympiacos. So we're going to have to be on our game to get through this. I think it's important that we start well, get a good result in this first leg, at least give us something to either defend or to go at in the second leg in Athens, of course, next week. We need to go strong with the side and we need to make sure that we get a decent result. that's my review there of the game against Benfica here in the Olympic Stadium in Rome on Thursday evening. I say it is a big game for Arsenal, really important as well. Stay tuned to the channel because I've got some great stuff coming up. On Wednesday evening, I've got a Benfica fan actually coming on. He's from America. He does speak English, so don't worry about that. It's going to be a good show, actually. We're going to look at more about Benfica, find out more about them, get their perspective on it all. They're not having a great season by their account, so it'll be interesting to see how important they're going to put onto this Europa League as well. So that's going to be a good show. That'll be going out live about 7 o'clock on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, I will be doing a live watch along of this game as well on the channel. It's 8 o'clock kickoff, so I'll be going live about 7:45 to go through the team news, a bit of build up, and then of course full match commentary and analysis of the game. And I'll be looking to get some fan reactions straight afterwards as well on my new show. So stay tuned to the channel, lots coming up. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button down in the corner there. Please give this video a like as well, as it really does help the channel to grow. If you've got any comments at all about this game, maybe put your score predictions as well in the box. That'd be great to hear from you as well. So don't forget, thanks for your support of the channel. I've had a lot of new subscribers over the last couple of weeks. Hope you're enjoying the content as well, and stay tuned. I say lots of great stuff coming up, and of course in the meantime we're heading into another big game for the Arsenal, this, isn't it? Come on, you Gunners!